So I need to continue reading Sonic High School. Okay. Chapter 7, Teenage Women. We had front sex, whispered Espio at the people at his lunch table. Espio was at school in the lunchroom, and also was Tails and Knuckles and Charming Bee and Vector, too. I ejaculated from my penis into her body, yet you haven't done that. They had not done that. Wow, cool! You're the coolest after Sonic, said Tails, who was right there, so he didn't have to shout. It was good not to shout, because this was supposed to be a secret. Tails did not hear the whole school talking about Espio's penis and balls, like with Sonic in Chapter 1, but in a different way. Sex. Yeah, speaking of Sonic, where is that gay bag? Said Vector, who is the captain of the school's football team. Vector was good at this because he is big and strong and had sharp teeth under his mouth. Just kidding, said Vector. Sonic is cool. I don't know, said Tails to Vector. Where Sonic was somewhere else trying to find Amy, who was not at lunch. Sonic was knocking at Amy's door at her house. Are you home? Said Sonic. Are you home? It was like Amy was not home because she was not opening the door. Sonic was worried about Amy because she was his only girlfriend, and if she denied his sex offer, so he ran into the door and barged it down like it was made of nothing. Sonic was now in Amy's house. Amy's house was really pink because that was Amy's color. Sonic looked around Amy's house for Amy, but Sonic could not find anyone. Sonic finally went to Amy's room and opened the door up. What Sonic saw next was what he didn't expect. Amy was there tied up on her bed with a thing in her mouth. It's called a gag, so she couldn't talk. Sonic did a scream. Sonic did a scream and ran over to Amy, who was looking at his with tears in her eyes. She looked sad and starved like African kids. I shit you not. It says she looked sad and starved like African kids. What the fuck? Sonic united Amy. Untied Amy, and she sat up and cried into Sonic's arms. It was awful, said Amy. You came into my room in the evening and tied me up on this bed and messed up the things in my room. Amy was right. Her room looked messy. So get it made, said Sonic, always thinking of a solution to the problems. Who tied you up? Who was it? Be calm, Amy. Calm down and talk to me. Sonic patted Amy on her back to help her. It was Shadow. I saw him outside his house next door with a machine gun and a sword, going into his house to kill his mom, and he saw me. He knew he saw him, so he tied me up like a brigand. Amy said all of this. Sonic was shocked that Amy said this to him. He remembered now that in the other part, when Shadow said he was going to kill his mom, but no one thought about it because Shadow was always a bad guy. When they realized that Shadow was serious. Okay, was it him who said that you would not have sex with me on Messenger? Sonic to Amy? Yes, I said I didn't talk to you then. Amy back to Sonic. So how do you really feel about it? Asked Sonic, whose brain was humming with sex ideas. Okay. Imagine this, guys. Someone breaks into your house. Or the girls who are watching. Somebody breaks into your house. They tie you up on the bed and they mess up your stuff. And they threaten you and say, hey, don't tell anybody you saw this. Like, they don't do anything beyond that, but... And then your boyfriend comes, he unties you, he helps you feel better, and then he's like, hey, wanna have sex? It's like... Dude. No. Not good. Shit, I don't know, said Amy, still all worked up. Give me a day. Right now, let's get things straight. So Sonic and Amy went back to school where they saw everyone was besides them. Sonic and Amy saw Espia walking around between a lot of people. Wow, if I could go this freely between school and home. I mean, maybe after. Maybe during lunch, because I can go off campus for lunch, but... By the way, guys, in case you weren't able to guess, high school is nothing like this. Just gonna clear that up now. Hey, there you are, said SBO to Sonic and Amy. I had sex with Rouge last night. Do not tell everyone, said SBO. Oh, that's right, you did. I almost forgot, said Sonic. Hear that, Amy? And Amy was like, yup. You gotta tell me all about it later so I know what to do to Amy, said Sonic and turned around. Sonic heard a sound coming from down the hallway where someone was coming. It was a really fat guy that looked so huge to him. The fat guy got closer and closer until they could see who it was, and it was Rouge. I must grab my pillow. Pardon me for a second. Ugh. Got my pillow, so I can scream into it. Wow, you are so fat now, said SBO. What's that about? Rouge looked mad and surprised at SBO. What? Well, you got me pregnant, said Rouge. Oh my god, thought Sonic to himself without saying it with voice. She's pregnancy fat. That means she'll have a baby. Amy was smiling for real to Rouge. That's so nice. I hope you have a great baby, said Amy. Sonic tried to be a good boyfriend and said, hope your baby is cool, and smiled. SBO looked more worried than everyone else. So, am I going to be your baby's dad? Said SBO, worried and excited both. Better believe it, fag boy, said a voice that sounded just like Shadow's. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Chapter 8. Things change. Shadow, Sonic shouted. It was Shadow there. Surprised to see me, said Shadow. We know what you did to your mother, screamed Amy like a crazy man. It was... Shadow cut her off and did not let her finish saying the sentence. You did not see anything. I am Shadow, and I know how to commit crimes. You think I have not killed a person before? I have. Shadow crossed his arms and sneered at Amy, looking at her. But I saw you. You saw nothing. I stopped you. It doesn't matter. You were on your way inside your house to kill your mom, said Amy. Amy shook around because she was all nervous, and her smaller than Rouge's, but good boobs wiggled a little, and Sonic thought it was cool to see, and he wanted to support her. I did not kill my mom. I was going in my house to protect her from Dr. Eggman, Shadow said. Oh, okay, said Sonic, and Sonic and SBO went to class because it started, and they're still in high school anyway. He was trying to ship my Ultra Chaos Emerald shards to space so he could collect them in his egg space station, said Shadow to Amy in an explaining way. You gotta do something about him. I understand you had a reason to tie me up, but not to kill your mother, responded Amy. I was only kidding because I thought the other guys were being too important about themselves, and I do not think that it is good quality for high school students to be. High school students should be nice and caring, and not talk about themselves like they are the best, because that will only make us all assholes, which isn't what we should be trying to be, Shadow said to Amy, and she understood that he was a good guy and had a reason for tying her up on a bed, and even if he had bad times when he was dark and did crimes in this cityscape. Both went to class in different directions, so the conversation ended. Later, after school, Sonic went to Sonic Messenger and talked to SBO. Hey, SBO, how are you? Do you know what you're going to do about being Rouge's baby? He said in the computer. Listen, Sonic, this is hard for me to say, said SBO into the computer, which went across the internet to Sonic. I want to get Rouge abortion. Abortion. It literally says abortion. Not abortion. It says abortion. Sonic was upset because Rouge's baby would not survive it. In fact, Rouge's baby would... No shit. That's what it means. The root word is abort, said Sonic in Sonic Messenger. But if you really want to do it, that's okay too, because it's your decision. Good, because I want you to help me. I'm going to go to Rouge tomorrow at her school and slip her the abortion pill in one of her meals. You will help me by distracting her for me, said Espio then. Okay, see you then, said Sonic. Next day it happened, and Sonic was at lunch. I won the science competition, but you didn't come, Sonic, said Tails in a sad, mad way. I wanted you to come because I'm such good friends to you, but you did not. But I won anyway without you. Tails was mad at Sonic, which did not usually happen because they were best friends. Wow, sorry, Tails. I was so busy and I did not know, said Sonic, trying to make Tails happy again. Kiss my ass, Dick, screamed Tails to Sonic, and flew out of the room with his flying tails. This is awful. He's my best friend. Sonic knew this was a big problem, but changed his mind to thinking about Rouge and Espio, and then went over where Rouge was going to get the abortion pill from Espio. Vector was there too, which was weird because he usually was not. Okay, Espio, are you ready? Said Sonic only to Espio. Espio shook his head yes. Oh, okay, hold on. I might have to burp. Okay, I guess not. Hey, Rouge, are you doing a lot of work today? Well, how are you doing today? How is class? Do you have lots of homework? What are you eating for lunch? Sonic said to Rouge to distract her from Espio. Looks like Sonic did it perfectly, because while he was asking these things, Espio put the abortion pill in Rouge's salad. Rouge ate salads because she is thin. Rouge answered the questions, but no one was paying attention because they were now glad it was done. Uh-oh. What is this? Said Rouge, suddenly looking like a shocked woman. What? What is wrong? Asked Espio. He was worrying that Rouge found the abortion pill in her salad and was looking at it. I think I'm having my baby. Here it comes, Rouge said before she could even eat the abortion pill, so everyone knew the baby was coming for real. Oh no! Oh no! Said all of them together but Rouge. Rouge lay down on the ground and they put a curtain around her so no one could really see what was going on, because it was going to be gross. They could see a baby start to come out of her butt, and it was crying a lot. Everyone wanted the baby to shut up already because they were just trying to have lunch, but now there is a baby coming out in the lunchroom at high school. Mrs. Lesson, who was also the school nurse, said, Get out of my way, kids. I have to help this baby get out of Rouge. Babies are too weak to do this by themselves. Mrs. Lesson went behind the curtain and helped pull the baby out of Rouge's butt, and it was still crying. But could you believe it? Rouge was exhausted from her baby, but Mrs. Lesson was not. Mrs. Lesson held the baby in her hands while it was still crying and held it out to everyone. Look at it, said Mrs. Lesson. Rouge's baby was red and had long hair and big white fists.